Hello everybody, this is Adventure America and we're at the Fountain of Youth in St. Augustine, Florida. This is America's first colony. We're at the location of the oldest continuous inhabited European settlement and first Catholic mission in the United States. Got some peacocks over here hanging out in the yard. We're on the search for the Fountain of Youth. Got some old anchors over here. It's pretty cool. We got Motley with us today. A little bit of information here about the pots. Large clay jars placed around the grounds in early Spanish water urns called tejones. They were placed under the eaves of the houses to catch rainwater and were buried halfway underground to keep the water cool. The tejones in the park vary in size, but all made of fire-baked clay. The largest tejones weighs around half a ton and are over 300 years old. We got a peacock on top of the sign here, the USS Constitution cannons. That's pretty awesome. We got some more peacocks over here. Peep owl at the Fountain of Youth Park. Got a pretty one right there. Got a gift shop over here. Common anchor. That's a common anchor right there for one of the old ships. Hello, peacocks and peahens. Got some food you can get to feed them with right here. We got a copper cauldron right there. More peacocks over here. Copper cauldrons are from the late 1500s.
There's one up on the sign over there too, guys. Yeah.
One of these tejones to catch the rainwater. That thing's huge. Got a really old cannon right here. Corroding away.
They've got the original mission church right there.
Oh yeah.
Right here behind you.
Behind him? Oh,
Yeah,
this is
that.
the original mission church over here. Settlers of St. Augustine moved twice before finally settling at the town's present-day location, south of the plaza, in 1572. Franciscan friars arrived in 1573 and later established the first mission. Got some barn doors. Check it out, that's pretty cool. Got some buttons you can press to hear the history.
Welcome to Nombre de Deos, the Mission Church of Colonial St. Augustine. Meaning the name of God, Nombre de Deos derived its name from the reverent words of Pedro Menendez de Avilés in 1565, when he founded St. Augustine in the name of God. Established in 1587, Father Escobedo consecrated this as the first Catholic mission church in what is now the United States. The Spanish missions of Florida became especially important.
This was the first Catholic church in the United States. That's really cool.
Native American civilizations. Native people flocked to the missions once they saw the priests were not afflicted by the pandemic of disease. Over the next 137 years, Nombre de Deos would serve as the headquarters and cornerstone for the Spanish chain of missions that would string like a pearl necklace from present-day Tallahassee to St. Augustine, and then north up the coast to the Sea Islands of Georgia and South Carolina. Missions would come.
Got a 1770s British anchor over here. Trees kind of growing around it a little bit. Motley's checking out the rocks here. He's helping us find this fountain of youth. Got some pretty cool lighting along the way.
Yeah. There's some beautiful plants.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest church cap I've ever seen.
Got restrooms over here. That's pretty cool that this is the first European settlement in the United States. Got a pavilion over that way. Some kind of big pavilion in here, indoor pavilion. You can rent these places out for weddings and stuff. I was reading that on the website. See what they got over here. I see some grass huts over here. We got some archaeological exhibits over here as well. Got a neat little fountain over there. You on the trail of the Fountain of Youth yet, Motley? Communal feasts. This is a representation of some of the Native American huts and stuff that would be around here. This sign tells you some of the foods that the Native Americans consumed around this area. Got a little exhibit over here with some gourds and pumpkin, fish. some mussels in there. And note, an enclosed family home. Got some shark jaws and everything over here. Kind of give you a look at the inside here. What these huts would look like. Some of the artifacts and some of the tools they used. This is one of the old dugout canoes that they would have used. Definitely deteriorated after all these years. Little sign that tells you about the dugout style canoe, how they made them. This area over here is the Menendez settlement field, established in 1565. Looks like they got some reproduction of some of the structures over there. Looks like some of the foundations are still visible. They got an owl totem from the Pontoon Island right over here. That's really cool looking. Nice little fountain over there. They do have QR codes on these signs you can scan. A little information on the archaeology of the Menendez encampment here. Kind of a sky looking down view of it. I see a lookout tower over there as well. We'll go take a look at that in a few minutes. They got a show and exhibit schedule over here on this sign. Looks like they got a little place over there to do some shows and exhibits over there. See some water over here. Walk up this way. An ore house over here. Got another old anchor up against it. Looks like some ship rigging over there. Got a nice big boat over here. Let's see what it says about this boat here. This is a St. Augustine's workboat. That's really cool looking. It's a big boat.
Oh, look, it's a boat, Mama. That looks like a water boat. It does. Look, you want to take a picture?
A lot of seats in here.
Okay, stand up.
Got some block and tackle over there. Big rudder on the back. Right by the water over here. Got a reenactment over here.
Present your pigs. Cover your ears. Give. Fire.
That was loud.
I can't. 30 minutes. Yes. Yes.
You can see some of the foundations from the Menendez settlement over here. More rusted out cannons they found in the sea, or maybe in the bay over there. A lot of old cannons over here. All the way from small to very large. '17th and 18th century cannons. Even more laying over there by the water. Looks like they might have a couple functioning ones they fire off over here. Old Spanish hat. Helmet. Got some kind of monument over here. Let's go take a look at that, see what that says. On March 3rd, AD 1513, Don Juan Ponce de Leon set sail from Puerto Rico in search of the Bimini and the Fountain of Youth. On Easter Sunday, March 27th, he sighted this land and named it Florida. April 3rd, 1513, he entered the harbor and landed in this vicinity. Got a Fountain of Youth boardwalk over here. Take a walk out here, check that out. Pretty nice boardwalk out this way. Looks like this boardwalk will take you out that way, circle around, back over to the big building over here. Head back over to the main part of the park. Still looking for that Fountain of Youth. Definitely need to drink some of that water. Fountain of Youth is maintained here as a memorial to the Ponce de Leon, discoverer of Florida, and its first Spanish governor, 1513 to 1521. He was born in Spain in 1460. Well guys, it looks like we finally found the Fountain of Youth. Let's go try this out. Got some cups right here. Take one of them. The Fountain of Youth, this spring was discovered in 1513 and was recorded a landmark and a Spanish grant. Feeling younger already. Fountain of Youth spring water. Well guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you on the next adventure. Have a wonderful day.